set of games. Yeah, builds up. Testing, testing, testing. Testing. Testing, testing. He needs to come now. He needs to come now. He needs to come now. He needs to come now.
Good evening and welcome to the 57th annual graduation ceremony at Riverview High School. My name is Bradley Filliman and I am the 2022 senior class president. Out of respect for our great nation, would you please remain standing as we invite the Certified Gold Chorale to come and present this evening's vocal rendition of the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early rise what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening. I'm Michaela White, the senior class vice president. Next, the Certified Gold Chorale will be singing Shout to God. You may be seated.
Oh, shout, shout to God and call His name aloud. Oh, to God. Oh, shout, shout to God and call his name aloud. For he is our Lord and he is our Maker. He made the earth and gave the sea its birth. Oh, shout, shout to God. Oh, shout, shout to God. Oh, shout to God. Shout to God. Shout to God.
Please stand as we invite our senior class secretary, Allison Miser, to offer this evening's invocation, followed by a moment of silence for the loss of our fellow students. Would you please bow with me? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for your love and protection that has been with us through all our school years. We, the class of 2022, seek your wisdom and direction as we lead the security of our school and family. Lord, open the doors that need to be opened and close those that are not in your plan for us. Help us to be wise leaders and have positive influence on our generation. Equip us with all we need to make a difference in the lives of others. With your help, let us be salt and light in a dark world that so desperately needs you, Lord. Help us to continually walk in honesty and integrity and bring honor to your name throughout our lives. We want to always be open to every plan and purpose you have for us, Father God, because as your word tells us in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." We want to boldly go where you call us, and with your powerful protection, as we go our separate ways, guide us along the journey that you have set our feet upon. Again, thank you, Lord, for your unconditional love for us. Amen. I would now ask for a moment of silence to remember two of our fellow classmates, Emily Dahman and Cody Smith. Thank you. You may be seated. Oh, so nobody can...
Yes, there.
Oh, okay.
Test.
I would now like to introduce Javen Robinson, 2022 senior class news reporter.
I am Javen Robinson, 2022 senior class news reporter. I would like to introduce our honored guest with us this evening, Mr. Chuck Rinkus, the superintendent of Riverview Local Schools. Mr. David Lapp, Riverview Board of Education President. Mr. Evan Fisher, Board of Education Vice President. Mrs. Gail Gallowitz, Board of Education Member. Mrs. Mindy Duncan, Board of Education Member. Mr. Charlie Wright, Board of Education Member. Mrs. Lee Jane Williamson, Riverview Schools Treasurer. Mr. Matt Colvin, Superintendent at the Coshocton County Career Center. Mr. Cordell Brown, Board Representative to the Coshocton County Career Center Board. Mrs. Karen Moran and Mr. James Rose, our senior class officers. Mr. Chad Scott, the Riverview High School Associate Principal. And Mr. Alan Kesey, Riverview High School Principal. At this time, I would like to call upon Senior Class Treasurer Britton McCoy for the recognition of the senior class information.
Good evening, everyone. I am Britton McCoy, the senior class treasurer. The senior class information is as follows. Our class motto is "Together we have experienced life, separately we will pursue our dreams, forever our memories will remain." The class song is "The Nights." The class flower is a daisy. The class colors are old gold and black. And the class gift includes the purchase of a copy of The Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss for each kindergarten student in the district. At this time, I would like to call upon Mr. Chuck Rinkus, Superintendent of Schools, to introduce this evening's speakers.
I want to say thank you real quick to the people that are helping the person that's not feeling well. So I'm going to give it a minute here as the EMTs make their way over to this area. So we'll be back in 1 minute. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I had the pleasure of sitting down with both of our student speakers last week. What their life looks like. Both of them have been great in the classroom and also have had terrific experiences as student athletes representing the old gold and black. Our first speaker this evening is Mr. Hunter Miller. Hunter is the son of Andy and Denise Miller. He has one brother, Colton. Hunter has been involved in cross country and track for 4 years here at Riverview, along with being part of the chess club, digital film club, teen leadership, and speech and debate. He is a member of the Spanish Honor Society and National Honor Society. Outside in our community, Hunter participated in 4-H, was a 4-H camp counselor, and served as a leadership intern for Camp Invention. Hunter attends Keene United Methodist Church. His interests include running, working out, reading, watching movies, and learning new things. Hunter likes to try new things and be very active in our community. He will be attending Ohio University this fall and pursue a career to become a mechanical engineer. Hunter's best advice for anyone would be from what he has learned from track and cross country. Even after you have finished the race, you still need to stretch. So, even though everybody here will be graduating and finishing their race, there is still much more that can stretch us and be left to be done. Please welcome Hunter Miller to the podium to give his speech titled "Together, Separately, and Forever."
Greetings, everyone. Class of 2022, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and everyone else. Do any of you remember nap time back in preschool? Or is it just me? Because it's a shame that nap time is not a class. It would be wonderful to lay out, stretch, and nap my way to straight A's. Unfortunately, without nap class, senior year has been incredibly stressful. One moment, you're spending your time applying for scholarship. Then in your free time, you're thinking about, what do I want to do with my life? And then on top of all of that is a regularly scheduled program of homework, classwork, extracurricular activities, and every obstacle that life wants to throw at you. Having dealt with all these obstacles, as seniors of Riverview High School, we have decided on the following class motto. Together, we have experienced life. Separately, we will pursue our dreams. Forever, our memories will remain. Senior year was full of obstacles, but Without obstacles, we wouldn't be experiencing life. As we have seen the world turned upside down, we have endured COVID, math classes, insane gas prices, and a few crazy presidents, not to name any names. We have endured 12 years of schooling, and we have learned so much along the way. It still feels like it was yesterday I was wearing the multiplication table at Keene Elementary. Our time at Riverview has changed us as people, and not just into smarter people who know how to do multiplication, but also into better people. It has taught us to be responsible and to get work done on time, at least most of the time. And has taught us to be motivated and to get work done. We have experienced life together and has given us the tools we need to succeed in life and pursue our dreams. I hope all of you use your experiences at Riverview to pursue your dreams. It doesn't matter if you're going into college, military, trade school, or working straight out of high school. No career is a bad career, as long as you make the best out of it. A quote by Paulo Coelho, who's a famous novelist that I'm sure Mr. Allen might know very well, is, "Whatever you decide to do, make sure it makes you happy." One of my friends graduated from Riverview High School not that long ago, and he didn't have a plan. He didn't apply for college, the military, or had some trade school he wanted to go to. So at first, he decided to get a job, but that job was pretty bad. And after gaining enough money, he decided to quit. And then he did something more surprising than Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. He decided to try to become an actor. Well, I'm not sure how successful he'll be with acting, especially living in Ohio. He's finally doing something that he enjoys and makes him happy. Do not be afraid to try something new, because you never know what you might be good at or might enjoy. So, your experiences at Riverview have been preparing each of you to separately pursue your dreams. While pursuing your dreams is great, don't forget the journey there. Your memories of Riverview will be with you, no matter where you go. So, if you ever find yourself climbing Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world, just remember that base camp has 5G mobile reception and electricity. So, if you want to scroll through some old photos on your phone, feel free. But even if you don't have access to some pictures, I'm sure you'll never forget the memories you have created here. Maybe you have a favorite elementary teacher you remember very well. Maybe you'll never forget how your favorite food at lunch tastes. I already miss cheese stuffed breadsticks. Those things slapped. Maybe it's spending a Saturday being a part of your favorite sport. Your memories of Riverview will remain forever. Senior year was one of the most stressful times of our lives. Amid typical schoolwork, classwork, and extracurricular activities, we were also planning our future. I hope that all of you used your experiences here to pursue your dreams. From the moment you were learning how to write with a pencil to the very last exam you took, Riverview has been preparing you for life after high school. It doesn't matter what dream you were pursuing, just find something that you enjoy and makes you happy. And when you're leaving here today, don't forget to take some of your memories here with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Hunter. Our next speaker is Mr. Javen Robinson. Javen is the son of Jason and Jennifer Robinson. He has one sister, Chanel Robinson. Here at Riverview, Javen has been involved in math club, chess club, Letterman's Club, intramurals, and OMUN. He is the 2022 senior class news reporter, along with being a member of the Spanish Honor Society for 4 years and National Honor Society for 1 year. Javen participated in cross country, serving as the captain for 3 years, and was involved with track and field for 3 years, serving as the captain for 2 years. Outside in the Coshocton community, Javen has been involved with Boy Scouts of America, 4-H, Junior Leadership of Coshocton, and Junior Fair Board. He attends and volunteers at New Point Community Church in Coshocton. When he's not busy with school or sports, Javen likes to travel, run, play, and study chess, and he's working on attaining his pilot's license. Javen will be attending The Ohio State University and participate in the Navy ROTC program, where he plans to pursue his career as a naval aviator and aerospace engineer. Please welcome Mr. Javen Robinson to the podium to give his speech titled Looking Back and Stepping Forward.
Greetings. Good day, fellow students, staff, faculty, guests, friends, and family. To be honest, I don't know how I'm going to follow Hunter's speech because that was pretty good, but I'll try. Together, we have experienced life. Separately, we will pursue our dreams. Forever, our memories will remain. That's a pretty good class motto, if I do say so myself. Very correctly punctuates our time here at Review. For those of you who don't know me, I was introduced, but I'll say my name again. I'm Javen Robinson, and I'm a graduate this year. And if you all would be so kind, I'd like to talk about my personal thoughts about our motto, and I promise it won't take too long. Together we have experienced life. Life. Over the past 4 years, we have experienced many things, good and bad. And to list them all would be practically impossible. But, at least here recently, we've seen a man somehow single-handedly buying Twitter, an amazing Spider-Man crossover, pun intended, another app that allows you to become famous by dancing for 10 seconds, and of course, many new science and technological inventions and breakthroughs. However, we have also lived through some bad things too. We've lived through a global pandemic, many beloved celebrities and friends unfortunately passing, a new war in Europe, and just about everything that could go wrong went wrong in the past few years. But Queen is still alive. The point is, we have seen a lot of things go down since entering high school as white-eyed freshmen. We have learned a lot, and I'm guessing you all feel pretty ready to get out of here just like me. But although we've seen these things, I have a spoiler for you that's not so much a spoiler. Life will still be hard. You will fail often, you will lose, and for those soccer players out there, you might just hit the crossbar with a wide open goal. But that's life. That's the point, and that's the fun. You have experienced a lot already, yes. But really, you are about to embark on the longest part of your journey. Hardest? Absolutely. But hopefully, it'll also be the most rewarding and interesting. But that's up to you. And as Tim McGraw sings, I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. Number 2, dreams. We will pursue our dreams. Second part of our motto. That is your responsibility. No one can make you dream, and no one can give you a dream. You alone can decide what you want to be. Personally, I believe it is as simple as making a decision, but not as easy. A decision must be backed up by hard work and dedication. Last summer, a few of my friends and I went to Colorado. And if you haven't been, it's absolutely wonderful. I suggest it. But our goal while we were there was to climb a mountain. A very tall task, but we were sure we wanted to try. If anyone has seen a mountain in person, there's a certain awe and power that comes from staring up and picturing yourself conquering it. We spent a few days there, hiking and discovering everything Colorado has to offer, until we eventually planned out a mountain to hike up. We got there early and started up the mountain. We started pretty fast, almost to a jog, underestimating our abilities in high altitude, but we were runners, so we thought, what the heck. But soon, when we thought we were about halfway, we stopped for a quick break just to see how far we had come. And the view was amazing. It got us excited to keep climbing up. So, we started again, but this time at a bit of a slower pace. For a while, until we realized we weren't quite halfway up before. So again, we took another small break, at which we believe, again, was the halfway point. And the view, surprisingly enough, was even more extraordinary. So, we started off again. And strangely enough, the summit, which seemed not too daunting before, seemed to be moving farther and farther away the more we walked up, and it became steeper and the ground became more uneven as the air was thinning. Dreams are similar to that mountain. At the beginning, it's easy to stay motivated, but if your eyes are only on the summit, you'll lose sight of the mountain. However, the bigger the dream, or in our case, the bigger the mountain, the more worthwhile the journey is, the more rewarding, and the more fun it is to reach the top. We eventually reached the top, and we could see for miles and miles. But honestly, the most interesting thing was seeing the other mountains, and getting excited to conquer them too. So when you dream, dream big. Don't be afraid of the obstacles. Just put one foot in front of the other, and it will be worth it. Last part, then I'm pretty much done, is memories, the third part. Our memories will remain. I'm sure you have all made amazing memories throughout high school. At football games and basketball games, I'm sure many of you enjoyed doing maybe FFA or 4-H competitions, participating in clubs and intramurals, or whatever you did on Club Fridays to get out of enrichment. Whatever you did to enjoy yourself, whatever opportunities you took, you will remember those events, those friends, and those little moments for just about your whole life. These moments will serve you well. These are the stories you can tell your kids and grandkids. These are the times you'll be nostalgic for when you're old. However, I implore you, whatever path you decide to take in life, don't get too caught up trying to remember everything from the past 4 years, especially if you were a freshman who believed a swimming pool was on the 3rd floor. Remember to keep making memories, because you won't know your golden years till you've actually left them. Our motto was chosen to encapsulate the ideals that we all should hold as we go forth, and to represent accurately our time here at Riverview. To reiterate, together we have experienced life. Separately, we will pursue our dreams. Forever, our memories will remain. So dream big and go make some memories. And with that, congratulations, class of 2010, we made it. Thank you.
How about another round of applause for both of our speakers? At this time, I'd like to recognize those students who have the distinction of being in the top 10% of their class. Would you please stand to be recognized? Thank you for making this an excellent school. A special thank you to our senior class officers and to Mrs. Moran and Mr. Rose, our senior class advisors. Teachers, staff members, and parents, thank you for your support and encouragement for our graduates here today. We are here because of your belief in each of our students, not only on this day, but every day. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to recognize the graduating class of 1972, the 7th graduating class here at Riverview High School. Reverend Mark Granger is here to represent the class of 1972. Mark has lived in Coshocton almost his entire life. He was born in Coshocton Memorial Hospital. Mark then lived in Adamsville and went to school for the 1st and 2nd grades at Adamsville Elementary. Then his family moved to Coshocton County, where he lived in Roscoe for about a year, and then moved to their 40-acre farm near Conesville, where he has spent the rest of his life. Mark graduated from RVHS, as I said, in 1972. He worked on farms for various people. He worked at Pretty Products, Fairmont Foods, and then Edmont Glove Factory for over 25 years. During his time, Mark pastored a church in Muskingum County for 11 years and then came to New Life Ministries in 2001 until the present day. He is healing up from his second stroke, but pressing on to get better at this time. Plus, Mark is preaching twice a month and teaching a Bible study weekly. I have no doubts. Please help me welcome 1972 alumnus Reverend Mark Granger for a few words.
Thank you very much. It's quite an honor to be here. Don't know what to say. Well, I really do. 50 years, hard to believe. I think the main thing that I thought when we graduated was the possibility to have to go to Vietnam. We all had to go to the draft board, get signed up, and see how the drawing went. My number came up 283, so I missed out on the whole thing. That was a major issue for us, but this graduating class is facing much bigger world events and everything going on right now. The possibility of another world war could happen any time. We had 182 graduated in our class, and 41 have already left this world. I don't know if we had what you would call any world changers from our class, but we all went out, got jobs, got married, raised our families, paid our bills, and we learned to be responsible. Most of us. I think there's a few floating around that haven't grown up yet, but there's still hope for them. What could I tell you in a few minutes? The world's in a desperate need of good leaders with morals. Be a good leader. We need leaders. And remember this, life is hard. And you know, from time to time in our lives, we all find ourselves in messes. But I want you to know, it's never too late to turn around. When you find you're facing something bigger than you are, a terrible mess, just stop in your tracks, turn around and go back to where you came from and get your life back on track. That is the very most important thing that you can do. Opportunities come and go in our life, some good and some bad, but always be observant. Never let the opportunities slip through your fingers. Grasp a hold of them and go with the flow. You'll be surprised where they'll take you. Never be one of those people that does just enough to get by. Always if something's worth doing, it's worth doing with your whole heart, mind, and soul. Throw yourself into it with all you got. Be an asset, not a liability. We don't need any more parasites or liabilities. We need people who affect this world for good. The last thing I could tell you, eat right and exercise. That sounds kind of funny, but it's not. Don't let yourself go. The most painful thing, especially since I've had this stroke, is people tell me, well, you let yourself go. Don't fall into that category. Take care of yourself, eat right, exercise, and move forward with life. And remember this, I talked to a neurologist the other day, checking my brain, and he looked at me and he said this. I'm in this wheelchair and don't have much balance, learning to walk again. But he looked at me in the eye, he he said, you have no liabilities. He says, there's nothing holding you back but yourself. You are what's holding yourself back. And he says, go out there and do it and get straightened up. And I thought that was really important. One more thing I could tell you, and I would highly recommend, now this is opinion here, go out and buy a motorcycle, ride to the West Coast and clear your mind out and come back and then get about doing life. That would be worthwhile. I want to pray a blessing over this group of young people. Every time we do a baby dedication, I think of all the potential that I'm holding in my hands when I hold the babies. You're no different. You're just a bundle of potential. Don't let fear or anything else hold you back. One day I received a call from a pastor over in Nigeria, the most corrupt nation on the world. And he was talking to me. And he said, I want to pray a blessing on you and your family. And I said, I would appreciate that. I kind of needed some encouragement at that point in time. And he said this, and I'm praying this over every one of you young people. I pray that God gives you the strength to stand strong, the courage to face life, the health to live long, a heart to care, the wealth to help, and faith to worship God. That pretty much takes care of all of it. Thank you so much for asking me to be here. I appreciate it. And may God's very best always be each and every one of yours. Thank you so much.
How about another? Testing, testing. 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 Yep, I think I did. Testing. Testing. Testing.
You have to dance and sing now.
Testing. There we go. Maybe I'll hold it for this. How about another round of applause for Reverend Granger? This celebration is not just about these seniors. This day is about every black bear that has donned the old gold and black since 1966. It is about those who will always be black bears. 57 years of Riverview pride, from students and groups winning national and state awards to teams winning state athletic championships. Being a black bear does not end on graduation day. Being a black bear is a journey through life, knowing that you graduated from an institution that is the heartbeat of the community. So I say to all the alumni that are here today, 57 years of Riverview High School. Please stand if you're an alumnus of Riverview High School and show your black bear pride. RV! Go Bears! And now, Mr. Kazit.
Reverend Granger, I can confirm without a doubt there are no parasites in this graduating class. Members of the graduating class of 2022, would you please stand? The Riverview Board of Education, President Mr. Lapp, members of the board, Superintendent of Schools Mr. Rinkus, honored guests, family, friends, and especially parents. The students assembled before you today represent the Riverview High School senior class of 2022. Each student present has met state and local requirements to be part of this 57th annual graduation ceremony for Riverview High School. Students who have met all state and local requirements are eligible to receive an official diploma as approved by the Riverview Board of Education. I am pleased to present this class and recommend that the distribution of diplomas commence. At this time, I want to call our senior class advisors, Mrs. Karen Moran and Mr. James Rose, for the presentation of the members of the class of 2022. What's our order here?
Out of respect for each of our graduating seniors, I would ask that the audience please refrain from individual applause until all of the graduates have been recognized and all have received their diplomas. Row number 1, please proceed. Remaining rows, please be seated. Jace Allen Abreu. Jeffrey Jaden Adams. Samuel Robert Adams. Luke Christopher Allen. Averill K. Arnold. Carly Madison Balsley. Colton Matthew Bantam. Marcos Chica Barbe. Carissa Jean Beagle. Brendan Haas Birchie. Aaliyah Elizabeth Better. Ashlyn Taylor Bible. Cohen Allen Bible. Michaela Blumenthal. Richard Jacob Bosley.
Wait a second.
Anthony Caden Boris Wilson. Kelsey Lynn Bowman. Briar Thomas Bradford. Emily Paige Bradford. Ethan Thomas Brinley. William T. Bullock. Colton Joshua Edward Cabe. Mariah Dawn Cayley. Wyatt Denver Roy Connor. Cheyenne Marie Cool. Tavia Marie Cooper. Christopher Matthew Courtwright. Bernardo Cutera Velasquez. Matthew Dean Collison. Gabriel Paul Emmett Culver. Noah Lee Cunningham. Emily Serene Rose Dahman.
She's not here. Is she here? Emily? I know, but they were supposed to cafe.
Aline Patricia Daniels.
Aline Patricia. Sorry. It was out of order.
Kirsten Elizabeth Davis. Evan Randall Duncan. Dominic Bryce Durbin.
Jasmine Ray Edgar.
Raiden Joseph Farney.
Bradley Thomas Filliman. Bryson Stone Fry. Wyatt Holiday Gallagher. Darian Aline Garvin. Ryan Hunter Grayton. Alexander Cole Griffith. Wyatt William Griffith. Cadence Nicole Williams. Aiden Elliott Hart. Owen Price Hedinger. Reed Allen Howe. Jesse Earl Michael Hunt. Donovan Michael Husk. Jalen Rain Husk. Micah Elizabeth Hutton. Andrew Joseph Jacob. Christopher Ross Jenkins. Jessica Brielle Johnson. Isabella Catherine Justice. Julian Anders Kendall. Ryan Nicole Klein. Alexander Michael Kovar. Cheyenne Marie Kovar. Riley Reese Lane. Evan Lee Large. Nicholas Logan Large. Colston Allen James Lavery. Wyatt Jennings Lawrence. Robert Austin LeBeau. Prester Alexander Lay. Celeste Zadie Laniger. Jaden Eileen Lonsinger. Shane Morgan Loafman. Kristen Raquel Masters. Nevaeh Renee Matthews. Samantha Rose McCarthy. Britton Elizabeth McCoy. Tanner Joe Scott McKee. Evan Ray McPeak. Hunter W. Miller. Allie Rain Mitchell. Allison Drew Miser. Lindsay May Moore. Ashton Jean Moran. Troy Dean Moran. Nicodemus Gareth Moorhead. Tucker Joseph Mounts. Lucas Tanner Moyer. Patria Murray. Ashley Joe Newell. Jonathan Oliver Nickerson. Alexandru Papadopoulou. Ethan Douglas Parrish. Zachariah Sean Phillips. Doris Marie Angel Pickett. Colton Gerald Pierce. Ryan John Allen Poole. Trinity Nevaeh Ramsey. Bailey Janae Roberts. Trinity Paige Roberts. Javen Allen Robinson. Marissa Abigail Rodriguez. Andres William Ross. Destiny Marie Salmons. Casey Lynn Shaw. Sam Warren Shepler. Savannah Hope Shepler. Caden James Schumann. Kristen Melinda Smalley. Cody J. Smith. Jillian Faith Stamper, Benjamin Robert Stevens, Liam Scott Stevens Woolery, Brody Jason Stout, Gage Harrison Summers, Cole Allen Tatro, Deborah L. Taylor, Gavin Thomas Tester, Jessica Leanne Timmons, Aaron Edward Tipton Jr., Jeffrey William Tipton, Leah Ray Tompkins, Benjamin David Unkerfer, Michael Bishop Wagner, Dennis John Waite, Noah James Warren, Connor Ryan Webster, Andrew Jaron Wentz, Michaela Marie White, Emily Irene Williams, Jalen Elizabeth Williamson, Melanie K. Wine, Carol Gina Winiger, Jordan Michael Wiley. At this time, I would like to invite the Certified Gold Chorale to come forward to sing Love is a Light, followed by the Riverview Alma Mater.
The movement of the graduation tassel from one side of the mortarboard to the other has traditionally been a visible sign of movement from the old to the new and a sign of maturity and growth. Riverview High School senior class of 2022, you are requested to make this symbolic movement of your tassel at this time. At this time, the class will recess to the Bear Den side of the football field to begin our final graduation tradition, their final act as a senior class of 2022. Seniors will form the symbol of our high school to represent their achievement on this special day, the RV.
Ridgewood was real big on don't say anything when you kids in there and stuff. Everyone shoot. I think he let everybody have them. Just slow it down a little bit so you hear what he's saying.
Riverview class of 2022, with the authority vested in me as your principal, I now declare that you are the Riverview High School Alumni Class of 2022. Congratulations.